second board on me. Yeah, then you're kind of fine. So this is challenging, though I don't see why this is not a jam. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make it 2.8. Call this guy. And hopefully everybody else tightens up. I mean, if this guy jams over this guy, we're not even like in a plus EV spot. Come on, just when you need a bit of chips. So yeah, so you want to open so that like just in case someone just picks up a hand, you don't get shanked. But yeah, that was important, man. I will not deny that was important. Given that there's some kind of like flux here with the average stack being. So it's time to like time out here. I hope like someone has some deliberation to do because I would love a call. Because again, these guys are also not like that hot, right? But like, think about that situation. It's not like I had a better scenario with ace nine versus like queen 10. Sure, they had the same like. Sure, ace nine has a little bit more like closer to 60, but sixes is also like 56. Also, I had a positional advantage where I didn't have money to go through. Come on, sevens got to stick the landing versus Clinton. Yay! So now fast fold, right? You see why? Oh, you fuck. Fold, you fucking idiots. Yes, that's nice. Now people just got like a decision of like, nah, this is gonna. It's got like 2 more rounds left. It's definitely gonna hit me unless this guy just calls. Just like not out of the realm of like that would just mean like another foregone. Like I know I'm not gonna. So remember, King 9 suited ain't gonna be doing that well. Even in like a normal tournament, I don't think. All we need is like 30 seconds of like someone not flatting. Oh fuck, he's gonna flat. Oh thank God. See, this is just what we need. Is to get through at least the big line of this level. Pablo Escobar, like I said, man, you can never doubt him. Um, think about like if I had like 7 more big lines, like if I had 10 big lines, like close to that, yeah, that King 9 is going in. But there's like a huge pay jump from 1100 to like not even 2200. It's like insane, man. Obviously, we're just time wasting because the thing is already gone. So we'll be at like 3 big lines for like a semi orbit. So like 1.5 or make you can say 1 for 1 more orbit. We do have one. Because look at it, like next orbit is gonna take 1.5, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands that take 10% anti. So 2 big blinds, and I have 1.49, and that's after crossing the border, so to speak. Literal suicide to like jam here. Like I know how much of a trouble I'm in, but like I literally need the goat cards, man. I have no full equity, not versus him. Obviously, no. Okay, that's still 10%. Yes, come on. Ace King, Jacks, Queens. Where are you guys? If they're not with other people, who are they with? I am not gonna be the bubble boy. I ain't gonna be the bubble boy. Cause I like my what is it? 120% return before I like to die. I mean I tried, man, like that jam with sixes at 9 big lines, whatever it was. Or 11, 12 big lines. Just got unlucky. Will easily be able to pass this blind though. But I'm worried about my antis like 1.9, 0.09. Oh, 1.99. 1. Yeah, I will have 0.49 big lines. Oh, it's 1.9. Yeah, 0.09. Yeah, that's fine. So it all has to do with this blind. Or like getting ace jack. Then it's just like pray to the god. Lord have mercy. Follow me now. Can't have like a day with like 3 final table bubbles, 2 final table bubbles. See like how I mapped it correctly in terms of like where I would be. And it's like just wait for a cooler, man. We can go kamikaze after that. Like this is the kind of shit I need. This guy, like he's got aces. Come on, guy, call. How come the bigger stack always has like the worst hand? That's actually detrimental. But still, like someone's getting lighter, right? So it's exactly what we thought. But I forgot about thinking about like the 1.89, so it'll be 0.89, then 0.50 goes away, I'll be left with 0.29. It's still fine in my opinion. It's like the average stack just went so far fucking up. Someone's gotta make a mistake, man. I would have just taken any two card spot if it was not for this realization that I can survive one more round. It's just unfortunate, like in this situation, for example, because any like this is good. This is good. Like this is being this. I'm taking this. It's in fact the best equity you can have is when you already have like, so unless someone else also overcalls and you have and one of them like, say this guy overcalls. If this guy overcalls, I'm 100% out of there. There's one bust off for sure, and I don't even get to see a small blind. How good would that be? If either of like if this guy calls, it'd be the goat. The goat oat. Some would say this is a call. It's not like in the 50% of my range. It's like worse than that. It's a call too, right? That's another problem. This, yeah, it's a jam. 20.29 big lines. Oh wow. I still had like, what do you call it? 40%, right? So that's the safest route, right? Like blind versus blind. You got a suited connector. This guy is gonna be cursing me though, because I played well post long. But we cannot like suffer another round, so we do have to take a chip EV spot and can't wait for like this to go on. But like I could definitely take the sixes hand again, man. Even though last time we lost with it, like it doesn't mean anything. You see the importance though now of jamming soon. I have 1, 2, 3 hands. That's it. In which I will be sub 1.5 big blinds. But the thing is, the blinds are rising, so it's probably like more like 2 hands. Yeah, here it is. Someone's got a call. I actually want a call here. Believe it or not. Yeah, nice. See, like, even you might have been like questioning my tactics, but trust me, man, it works. It's the shit that works. But that doesn't mean this is a jam now. We're like 2 above some other weirdos who've been playing poker. We were ahead in all 3 of our last jams, right? So 1 jam crippled us, 2 jams essentially saved me in some sense, in a manner of speaking, I guess. But I was again ahead in like 8-9 suited was 40% versus ace king. It's why I say you should always min open at short stacks 10s, and not because of this flop, but mainly because of like this guy just it's getting stacked with cards, man. It's because people defending ranges are 9-8 and you just crush them with 10s. So people do have a defending range even at 10 big blind, right? And whatever they're gonna jam, right? So you got that out of the way. The jizzles are going in no matter what. But there's a defending range that does very poorly versus ace king, or doesn't do that well. And even 9s then blocks that range. So here we have a shitload of time to waste. Why? Because of this hoodie. And the next, man, like I should play more on this side. I should. So there's one gone. No, not gone. Someone just doubled up, I guess. No, it didn't double up. Like kind of just right above me because I just went past the big blinds, right? So, well, we'll see. Peace. That's hilarious. Actually, we don't need any. Like we need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. I'm actually going a little bit far away, so we need this too. Wow. Wow. That's a loose cannon. Okay. So what are our chances I would give myself like 67% chance of making the money? Given there's like a 15 big blind stack all the way to 20. And again, like some of these shorter stacks up to like number 15, when they like jostle with each other, they cripple one or the other. No, I don't know, maybe it was aces or something like that Pablo Escobar busted with. Probably not though. Could probably find out. Like I said, never underestimate the power of Pablo Escobar. Never a call. You fucking idiot, man. Should have those tables up. Done enough though. Pairing well. It's just his pair didn't pair well. That would have been pretty cool to be on the stone bubble versus like Spider-Man. I would have taken my chances any day of the week. But now this is a call. Can he not call this? I can delay though. Actually get like, a couple people to call. He's 5. But I mean, he has a call. This is very tricky, man. It's usually a fold. He's open, jammed from early position. We probably have like 60% versus most of his range. And we're making the money no matter what now. Whereas this has like 50% of like getting that double up versus now it's like 120% or whatever it is, like ROI for free. It needs to be him and then another guy. We got plenty between us. King 7, you better hold. Oh fuck. Or someone, you better call him. My name, AK. Live up to your name. Yes. Oh, I need to see the result. Oh yeah, it came down towards him. Hey, we made it to the money. Oh, come on. What the fuck, man? Who wants to see this shit? So someone busted, right? In the money. We could probably get to 18 too because I think one more guy is busting. So no. So we got in the big blind as well. So this guy just jams because it's that TAM. We are basically like, we need to like double up 7 times to actually beat the tournament. People don't understand geometric series, whether they're limiting ones or... Oh man, I thought I could just get this guy to fold now and get like a small blind blessing. Nah. Oh, he calls. That's even better. As long as he busts. Yeah, son. Get the fuck out of here. But we did have to encounter that. Man, this guy got like a double up or what? Who's this Momo Sakos? Okay. He's heading for it. He's heading for the storm. Doesn't realize that he's gonna be like blinding out. Has to make the move. Because it's not only gonna be the 0.50 taken. So he's gonna be left with 0.3, right? So we got like a ladder coming our way. Not really, because it needs to be him and then another guy. We got plenty between us. King 7, you better hold. Oh fuck. That's not a call, but nah, it's fine. It's a call. What am I like being critical of? A ladder? Or not being able to ladder? When you got like people jamming all over the place. They're jamming. I hope you are jamming too. Ooh, yes, this is it. We don't have any time foundation. Oh, come on. Some people just run. But we still have like a couple candidates here. Got a candidate. I thought I did. Jesus Christ, man. Like, the thing is, like, my stack is so bad that, like, it's just, like, riddled with variance. And, like, my seat is pretty poor, too. Like, I mean, obviously, all theirs are, too. Like, they don't understand it. But, like, this queen better hold. So, we need one more busto before next pay ladder. Shouldn't be a problem. Even though we are the shortest. Like, I ain't gonna leave without, like, basically what would amount to be almost 280% ROI. This is not even a jam, man. Which I don't. So I really quickly... Oh, shoot. You see what's happening here? Well, I don't care. I have 6 seconds. So what do I do here? You know, right? You don't go all in. You buy yourself some time. Maybe this cringing guy can just like... Okay, he's got called twice in 2 places. He had a shorter stack than I did. But it's all about like him beating me, right? What? You know what? It's true. Fold equity breeds future fold equity. Easiest fold in the world. Oh, fucker. That would have been the icing on the cake, not the jam went through. But I mean, there's other people still like not realizing the value of like the next duple up. And like, where's this guy, man? Like, we're 2 tables, right? Just hold these. Yes, my dreams have come true. Laddered as well. So this is just a jam then. But again, bite my time. Or buy my time. I don't know how that goes actually. But like this is like nobody's like range for jamming on me is gonna change because of this 1.62. It's not really that I like 1.62. This is just a timing thing, right? Like I'm trying to buy some time. Maybe something happens. Like I know it's hand for hand. Maybe a couple guys cooler themselves with like a set. But one guy's got like a something like I don't know. Um, um, yeah, nice. I mean, like if he has a 7, fuck us. But we'll take the check any day. These guys need a lesson in short stack. But if I gave them, like they'll all just be like, hey, the 8-9 suited hand, man. I mean, that was like forced. And like I'm lucky I got that hand. Yeah, of course, it's part of the game. But about like there's a bunch of other hands where I had like a lot more equity and didn't get there. Including the jam before that, where I had 54. Cool, cool, cool. We could probably it's 17, right? So 14. It's hard, but we could. This is a jam. It's a decent hand. Like I could play post flop, but I've been so tight that it does put enough. Like it does have an effect. If this guy had 123 big blinds, would I jam? No way, man. Though would that hand play out the same way? Yeah, I would. If he jams, I call. But you can see that if I jam there, it's harder for him to call that queen 3. So we got some decent value there from just him calling. But like, why would you ever want to like? Yeah, he calls or like bad. Like that's one of the arguments I get. Remember that final table where when we were reviewing it, I was like, this guy was telling me about like how I missed out on a double up because I didn't jam his king and he had 9s, right? When I just called and got a flush on the river. Yeah, well, there was a 3 big blind, 5 big blind stack, 7 big blind stack, even though it was a PKO. I mean, there were some very leveraged stacks. And then with the ace 5 suited, he's the one who busted. I got the flush there too. Played it somewhat linearly after that. Like, a drawing hand has like an equity that you can't even consider like you're playing it linearly, other than your range is pretty linear. But like, its equity is like usually not. You need a combo draw like to have like top pair sort of equity and play linear. Linear being like just playing like a pure strategy sort of, not like chip EV, so being like completely unbalanced and all that fucking shit. A 6 would have gone. If only that's how poker worked. Now I could be bust on this hand, which would be pretty much shame. Because the last target I set was like getting 13th. Yeah. Who knows? It might happen. A lot of hands that call me will have an ace in their hand, which is 31% equity. Which is not that hard to realize. It's like out of 10 times it's 3. But you have to realize like what it is like out of 5 times. It's if you look at it in that sense, when you look at it like from the sense of like 3, say like you think about like 60-40s, you'll soon realize if you look at a 60-40 from a 60-40 perspective, just a singular hand, you would be like, yeah, nothing. It's a 60-40. But if you look at it from like 3 hands, you see that, or 5 hands, you see that an 8 is 3 parts in 5. No, it's not 3 parts in 5, sorry. That would be like 8 trials. But it's more than 50% is what I'm trying to say. And now I got my calculator stuck. 3 divided by 5.6. Yeah. I should have known that actually. And then you have 2 divided by 5, right? Oh, I thought like she was gonna get us like straight. So 3 out of 5 times. And so obviously like the other people are gonna run like 2 out of 5 times. Yeah, 60-40. So now you think about it, he's only gonna win 1 extra time with that 60-40 sort of like equity. So like I shouldn't even be complaining about my 6's hand, which had 53%, or the boards, or not. I should complain about the flush draw, which had like the other guy with the lower kicker, no flush draw, and he hit his kicker. When it was just like I was kind of like, oh, it's just gonna be like a chop. I was still 62 or no 70% or something with the flush draw, and the fact that like I had my out, and a pairing, I think queen was it or something like that, would have also meant that. So here is gonna rat attack a little bit, call him off. Do we call him off? Do they even dare do anything to us? We're 6th, man. All because it's simple math. I think I'll be stretching it here. This guy's gonna call with like any 2 with this like busto with the. See, told you, man. We were up for like the one like ladder 2. beat all ladders, the one that takes you to the final table. Can't say it's like, it's just like, it's not even anything kind of like to be proud of. It happens all the time. You just have to like tactfully like, so you could also think of it from the perspective of the fact like we only utilized like one kind of like iffy jam, which had 40%. Every time else that we did actually end up in the pot, we were ahead. So I could say the same thing about sixes. So what happened in those like four? Well, one was 40-60 for in my not in my favor. So I was the 40. The other one was all others were like 53 to 60% in my you know, with me as a favorite. So it kind of equalizes itself. Oh god, like cringeworthy, man. Like literally. And like here, like recently I was like looking at Twitter. It's fine. Like, Boomtill was trying to find like some Dutch thing. Or like I said, like to call him Duckon thing. Just looking for some charts. It's fine. I hope he's looking for them to study. Just the way I send you how to analyze your PKO hand. That's what you have to do. Like all the entire hand history, and realize like how stupidly the other players are playing. It's gonna fold there. Like it's a bit of an overfold. You could raise, but whatever. If this was the offsuit, I would have ISO. Did he min raise? I don't remember. Uh, um, you see how like why it would take like 10, 20, 30 minutes to just discuss 7 big blind jam with like queen 7 offsuit being better than deuces, or like just like the fact that like you get called by 8-5 so much that you kind of want to unblock the suited stuff, but you kind of have a higher frequency of getting the offsuit 8x sort of with the high card, and then you get called by like we saw the hand actually happen, right? I'm scared of this guy overcalling if I jam. And our hand's like one kicker away better than ace deuce. This king 10 was hilarious, man. Maybe you should limp or something. This is the acid test though. What should we do? So here is what I was talking about, like kings versus ace king versus tens. I think ace king here just jams because it unblocks 9-8, sort of like the defending range, but it doesn't do well versus it. Whereas tens, I would just min raise because it unblocks 9-8, which they will maybe defend, especially offsuit version. And we don't mind taking down equity, as well as the fact that nines, for example, then very much blocks 9-8 sort of stuff. So this 9-8 sort of stuff, you saw the 8x stuff like playing really well in like PKOs. And like that guy, what's his name? I forget his name, man. Just like open call the rip of like 20 big blinds because he had 7-9 suited. When we saw that like the big blind was bigger than like the guy who had the 5x bounty. It just looked like 5x bounty, right? It looks really cool. Hey, 5,000 more. Hardly had 1% effect on his like calling range, which was like what, 48 to 50% or something. I think it was because it was like an all-in sort of like someone's stack was completely all like the effective one was 50, but after the adjustment of the bounty was like 48% or 40 something like that. So like a 2% increase. It's like when you have like someone open, you have queen jack suited, you jam with like 25 big blinds, 35 big blinds, you're like second in chips. He's got you have like 10 big blinds more than him, but still would be pretty nasty if you woke up with a hand, and then you have a big blind who you also have 10 more big blinds versus. It's a 2% chance he might have aces. So 5% chance like he has like a 5% range calls you, but out of that like maybe it's a 2% chance that you win. Such infrequent events for you to like take queen jack and like loot aces, knock him out, knock the other guy out, obviously. Should have seen the Sunday special final. It was a fucking joke, man. I do wish I'd gone over the PKO strategy in depth again before, and not just like the early middle stages. Had such a good effect, man. Like I also wish I didn't have to go. I kind of have to like start preparing for my birthday. There's Mama said something needs to be done. She'll only go outside with me. Like nobody else. Shields on. Like she had the worst of it, right? Okay, we're 12. Soon to be. Oh, come on. Oh, he only has 0.86. It's fine. Let him have it. That helps us actually a little bit. I'm rethinking that ace king hand, man. But what's the point? So we got this guy on the ropes. We got like people jamming anyways. But like it's just generally been like the tide's been against us in the sense of like people with shorter stacks like actually winning, or like other people being like pretty crazy with the ranges they call them with, which is fine. It's not a PKO though, right? So like can't be like that. King 7 here is a jam. It's pretty middle of the road. Like because he's gonna call wider. So we're again gonna experience some like issues with like variance, but I can't like min open. And think about like the pressure. He's also under some pressure. I'm the one who's not under pressure. I'm only under pressure because I need some like performance benchmarks that need to like be acceptable, right? Which is a big difference from like being actually under pressure. So we got that guy gone. Uh, what's happening? How come I'm sound now? You know, I just like went through with like a jam. Someone from down here. Oh, Momo's Tacos is still here. Oh, he's on our table, yeah. So the next one is the biggest. After that, it's just kind of chip EV till the sixth. Ooh, hello. And we won't be bust though, unless someone like behind. Oh no, unless this guy like also overcalls, then I'd be kind of worried. Ah, shit, sheet. Oh come on, another one. Nice. GG. GG. Oh, call him, man. Shanky. Brother player, man. Get us on the final table. Get us. Oh, can't get your ace 7 to hold up, man. And here we are, running like our jacks into kings. Yeah, now it's a fold. But next time you're gonna have to go for it, man. Like, sucks, but we got as far as we could. Don't think much of it. The fact that I had like unregistered the Asia GG and it was all bought up at like 1.06 or 1.05 or something like that. That's fine, man. That's kind of annoying. No. Could have taken some time there because the blind had changed. I didn't see that. We drove a pretty nice bargain on this, whatever you call it. Even if you don't make it. I mean, like, everyone has to run at some threshold, right? And kind of regression to mean and stuff like that. But, you know, I was gonna just call if I get the chance to. Because the delay stuff here, like I know it's hand for hand. People just don't deliberate, obviously. I'm gonna call here. See, that's 4.4. I was like, how can I not be like already deading him on the flop? This is also going in. This guy's gonna jam wide into like two big blinds, two shorties. So this is just a jam. So looking here, what this guy does. There's a jam. Just seeing if he calls. He's probably seeing if I call. Oh no, he's probably not even observing. Ah, come on. With that kind of day, huh? Just gonna miss the final.